Hello, it's Samantha Nolan-Smith from the School of Visibility with a quick video for you today about what to do when your worst visibility fears are realized. And often that, and I'm not necessarily talking about being visible and then being in danger for your life. That could be your worst visibility fear. But often visibility fears are more related to, I'm going to be embarrassed, I'm going to be ashamed, I'm going to get it wrong, people are going to call me out. So I'm kind of in that realm. The realm of I'm in physical danger because of being visible, that's a whole nother conversation. So take it as the conversation around, all of a sudden, my worst professional fears or my worst personal fears have been exposed, or a way of being that I'm doing things has been exposed, and now I feel really distressed about that, and like all I want to do is run away and hide. Here are 3 questions that I ask myself in those moments. What is there to learn? Sorry, before I tell you the questions, the very first thing I do is I manage my emotional response to the situation. So we have lots of tools inside Women Speaking Up, which is our signature program, where I'm constantly sending people saying, check out this tool, try this tool, use this tool. But really anything that will help you to emotionally start to feel more neutral about the situation. So one thing is you might just start tapping on how you're feeling. And certainly if I have situations where this kind of thing is happening to me, I'm tapping before I'm doing anything else. Or another tool that I use is compassion key. I'm giving myself compassion. I'm saying, I'm so sorry this is happening. I'm so sorry. I'm giving myself compassion for the circumstances I find myself in. So once I've got that to a point where I feel, okay, it's okay now, like I can ask myself these questions, the first question I ask myself is, what is there for me to learn from this experience? And that might be, I need to develop a new skill in explaining things, in talking about this, in presenting this idea, or I need a new way of perceiving this. I'm being challenged and I realize, oh, this is exposing or revealing to me something about the way that I've been thinking about this thing that is either wrong or no longer appropriate, or just is missing a key component. So that's the first thing I do. What is there to learn? A skill, or is there a way of perceiving things that I might need being invited to change? Sometimes that invitation isn't delivered in a gentle way, and still it's an invitation. So that's the first thing. The second question I ask myself is, what is there here to clear? And I mean, what is the wounding that this is touching? What is the fear based on some previous experience which I still haven't addressed? And then I will go and I will do some healing work to clear that so that this cycle doesn't keep repeating itself. So what is there to learn? What is there to clear? And then the third question I ask myself is, what will I do different? What will I do differently moving forward? What will I do differently? And there are many different things that you might do differently. You might speak differently about something. You might present something in a different way. You might recognize that there's detail here that you haven't been providing to people that is really important in order for them to understand where you're coming from. It might be that you decide they're not the people I need to be speaking to anymore. It might be that you need to set boundaries. There are so many possibilities there. But it's really important to ask that final question. What will I do differently moving forward? Maybe you realize, oh, I'm well out of my lane, and actually I need to step back into what I know and contribute there, because that's where I can most positively make a contribution to the world. So just to recap, when things blow up, you feel like, oh my goodness, how am I going to manage this? Start by just doing some tapping, doing some clearing of any sort, any way that you can just get that emotional response to something that is easier to sit with. And then ask, what is there to learn? What is there to clear? And what will I do differently moving forward? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about this, or if you've had an experience and how you managed it. Let us know, and I look forward to seeing you soon.